Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very warm welcome to all of you in today's webinar about evaluation of test strategy at the convergence of GenAI, Agentic AI, and Agentic testing. I am Ashutosh, your host for today, and with me I have Shivangi Dubey, who heads quality engineering in Cygnet. So, welcome, Shivangi. Shivangi, as there's no brainer that AI is unlocking new revenue streams and business models, and that is making AI a central topic of global conversation. And the quality engineering stream is no exception to this. So if you consider the evolving role of AI in quality engineering, there are three major aspects. Number one, use of AI in testing. Number two is testing of AI application itself. And number three is AI agents in testing of AI application. Each of these areas, if you look at, is unique, and if one wish to adopt it, we need a separate mindset and a unique quality engineering strategy. So before we double click on QA strategy, Shivangi, may I request you to please take our audience through the market trends and key statistics to showcase how different enterprises are using the AI in quality engineering. Over to you, Shivangi.
Sure. Thanks, Ashutosh. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. And a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I see participants joining from across the globe here. So at the end of this webinar, I'll try my best that you go with some fresh, actionable perspective to take your QA journey ahead. Yeah. So let's start. As Ashutosh suggested, we should start it with some numbers. It is always great to start this kind of conversation with numbers because it provides a great frame of reference. So with respect to adoption of AI in quality engineering, I have a few figures in hand. So for example, like the enterprises who have adopted the quality engineering, AI in quality engineering is more than around 60%. So you can see that it is in quite early to mid stage of adoption, and it is being adopted in small pockets. Again, the maturity depends on the maturity of the organization as well. Many QA leaders, they are emphasizing on upskilling of the QAs with respect to AI, ML, and GenAI skills. That's absolutely necessary these days. Now, coming to adoption of AI-powered testing tools. So a couple of years back, that was only 10%, but currently it is running with 30%. So you can see a tremendous growth here with respect to the adoption of AI-powered testing tools. So with this kind of figures and numbers, the industry can easily predict that AI in quality engineering is expected to reach by around 4 billion by 2026. You can see a tremendous potential growth and transformation this particular area is looking for. Yeah, so that's what with respect to statistics and numbers. This is the industry numbers, but I would like to understand the audience present here and test the water. So can we have the first poll here, please, which will let us know what is the adoption rate of AI in quality engineering with respect to our audience. Kindly vote, everyone, please. I hope we are getting our votes. Hope everyone is done.
Yeah, Shivangi. So thanks, audience, for voting for the poll one. And these are the great numbers. So if you look at the numbers, 70%, 17%, 17% audience are saying they are already in production with one or two AI use cases for testing. 25%, they are still in the pilot. But the interesting fact is 21% they are planning to pilot, and 38%, which is a big number, which they have not yet onboarded the journey of AI in quality engineering. So that's a great number, and we have a mixed of audience here. So Shivangi, my next question to you is, what are the popular or the key use cases of AI in quality engineering? And also, if we see, we are witnessing a paradigm shift between Gen AI to agentic AI. So if you could cover what it means for quality engineering, it would be great for our audience.
Absolutely. That's another great point to discuss when we are discussing this. So there are many use cases, and this is a kind of area which is getting explored day by day. So in coming days, you will see more number of use cases coming up. I have extracted only a couple of popular use cases, and most widely used and adopted use cases are test case generation and self-healing. Yeah, so this is why we have to understand why it is getting adopted widely, is because this comes along with the testing tools which claim to be AI enabled. So that's where it provides you with the speed with which you create and test the test cases and do the testing. But beyond that, there are many other interesting use cases also, like say defect prediction or test case recommendation and prioritization, intelligent impact analysis of the application, and selecting the right test cases accordingly. And on top of it, cases like say predictive test monitoring. Again, these are very interesting use cases which are getting adopted by the industry, and couple of mature organizations, they have started adopting it in their landscape. And the early movers, or you can say they have already couple of use cases installed here in their landscape. Now this not only gives you the speed, we have to think that this gives them the privilege of infusing the right amount of intelligence and autonomy in the overall landscape. So there's these couple of use cases. Now, coming to your question, what does the generative AI and agentic AI means in QE? Yeah, so generative AI, everybody knows here, like it is majorly about content creation. So in testing also, we are using it with respect to, test case creation, test data, test documentation, so on and so forth. Yeah, but we talk about agentic AI. So it gives you more autonomy. So you have an AI agent that extracts the insights from your testing landscape. It decides for you what should be the next course of action, and it does it for you also. Whenever a particular trigger happens, it executes it for you as well. So this is you can see there is a paradigm shift from being assistive to adaptive and being more autonomous. Yeah, so this is at high level the difference between generative AI and agentic AI in testing, and that's how we are moving ahead in this journey.
Yeah, thanks, Shivanji. That was useful. So we have been talking about the trends, the statistics of use of AI use cases in quality engineering. And before we jump on to our next section, the obvious question is, what are the benefits of adopting AI in quality engineering? Why should I adopt AI in quality engineering?
Absolutely. We are talking about implementing AI in quality engineering, and benefits are kind of, it's very, very important to discuss. And Ashutosh, you have been witnessing it in our Cygnet landscape also. We have implemented it for a couple of customers, and we have seen tremendous productivity gain and benefits coming out of these implementations. So AI has been a game changer in quality engineering as well. Yeah, so it can be, again, I would like to reiterate, it can be a test case generation or self-healing, moving ahead with, say, defect prediction. And things get very interesting when we move ahead with predictive analytics. Yeah, where you can say that you have got a QA crystal ball, where you can see the future and decide the next course of action. Yeah, so this is getting into a very interesting area and interesting direction. So now I will not stop here. These are a couple of benefits or high level industry benefits I told you, but you have to see this to believe it. Now, what are we doing here in Cygnet? So we have, along with other use cases, we have couple of AI agents that we have created. And these agents are intended to be tool agnostic, which can be hosted on top of any kind of testing landscape. Yeah. So I have picked and choose three for this particular webinar. The first one is support agent. This agent is kind of a self-service portal or agent, whatever you want to call it. So it boosts your testing efficiency. It's kind of a personal assistance which is available to you 24/7. So if you want to get any kind of real-time insights across your testing landscape, you can get it from this agent. Any kind of documentation or maybe tooling support you need, you can get it from this agent. So we have hosted it, in our case, TestingWiz, which is our proprietary tool. We have hosted it on top of TestingWiz. So any kind of support request which comes for TestingWiz, in order to understand how does it work, the support agent provides that kind of information. Yeah, and in testing landscape, any kind of, say, real-time metrics also with respect to what is happening in the testing landscape, this support agent will provide you. The second one is test design agent. As the name suggests, this will convert your English language text into test automation script. Yeah, so this gives you the autonomy that you should not be tech savvy, to go ahead and do the automation, aligning with the industry standards. Now, complementing test design agent, we also have healing agent, which heals the test scripts automatically. And it avoids the false positive defects. So for example, test automation engineer creates a script today. Yeah, a couple of months back, ago, once this release happens, post that, something somewhere gets broken because some developer has made some changes, and because of that, locator gets changed. But what this healing agent does, it adapts to the changes and do the right fixes at the right time during the runtime. So you will see that in action in just after a couple of minutes. So suppose that there is a scenario where Cheryl is a business user. She's a non-technical person, and she does not know how to do the coding. She has never used any kind of automation tool also, but she has been assigned the work to do the testing, and she wants to do it through automation. So what she will do, she will come up with the idea. She knows the steps, what to perform in the application. So she wants to create an automated script, which is she wants to, for this particular example, we have taken a Salesforce page, and we have to register ourselves. It will be a free trial registration on Salesforce page. So she understands this in English language, and she has put it in as a prompt there. What this design agent will do, it will pick the prompt, put it in the system, and it will convert it into a automated script. Now, another beauty which you will see here is this is built on top of TestingWiz again. So you don't have to do any kind of configuration change or maybe put it in a right framework. No, you don't have to do that. The script which is getting generated is 100% ready to use in the actual environment. You will see that in action. Yeah. And again, she will continue using it for her releases and keep on testing it. But one fine day, what's happened? Something broken at the back end, somewhere at the code level, and but she's not aware of it, and the script fails. So what she will do? She will take help of healing agent, and it not be will not be an exclusive help. Healing agent will be there to help her without letting her know that something has broken, and it will fix the flaky test script. Yeah, let me quickly show this to you through a small demo that I have extracted it for all the audience present here. So let me start with the design agent. So you see, these all are English language, where the steps to register yourself on the Salesforce application is written, where you have to input some details, and check on start my trial, and you have to validate the text message, which means your registration is successful and you will get the trial license. Yeah, so she has written it. Cheryl has written it here, and now she will take help from the design agent. So this is TestingWiz screen. As I mentioned, this is our proprietary tool. We have built it on top of TestingWiz, but this is open. We can build it on any tool. So this is the design agent prompt where she is entering. It will take few seconds. Now script is getting generated. If you see it here at the backend. Now script is getting generated in TestingWiz format. So every tool has its own format, its own way of doing, writing the scripts. Yeah. So TestingWiz has this format which you see in the workspace. So it has converted all the English language text into testing with compatible script. Now let's see what happens next. Yeah, now the scripting is over. No change in the script. Now straight away going to the execution. Execution has started. Now the page has been launched and the respective details will be filled here. Yeah, so the first name, last name, all the details are getting filled here. Okay, now start my free trial button is clicked. And let's see, yes, the registration is successful, and which means the script worked. Yeah, we were executing the script. Let's see the result, please. Yeah, so in report also we see that this particular test case got passed. Let's see the console. Yes, there is no issue, and we have verified the text as well. Yeah. So now what have you seen? So Cheryl, being a non-technical user, she used her understanding of the application to come up with English steps. She put it in the design agent, and design agent gave you the complete 100% ready to use script. Sometimes what happen if you take help from OpenAI or GenAI kind of thing, so they will give you say Selenium compatible script or Playwright compatible script. But once it gives you, you have to make it or refactor it so that it gets adapted to your current framework. Yeah, so that is one additional work which is there in using it with respect to generative AI kind of code generation. But here the same concept has been made much easier, where you don't have to do anything, but your script is ready to go. Okay, now this was design agent. Now Cheryl will keep on executing it as per her release requirement. But let's check the healing agent also. So what happens? One day she's executing it. Yeah. Yes. Now you see the configuration. So there is a flag. So there is a healing flag, which is you can disable or enable it. So if you disable it, it will not take the auto healing by default, and it will work as if any locator is broken or any flaky test case is there, it will not heal it. Yeah. But see, she has disabled it and now she is executing it. The same site, Salesforce site, we are gonna execute. It's the same script that we created using design agent. Now again, entering of the data. Oh, it failed. Let's see what happened. All right. So it could not find the first name. So if you remember, the first field was first name. The script could not identify what is first name. The reason being, some locator of the first name got changed during the course of time, and because of that, the script failed. So do you call it a defect? Not at all. This is not a defect. This is kind of false a positive scenario where the script failed because of some issue with the script. This is not a defect. And during the execution, being a tester, I would like to avoid this kind of situation. Yeah. So what is the workaround? So workaround is the healing agent now. Let's see what happens with the healing agent. Now again, it is showing where what happened. Again, as we all know here, the locator could not be found. So now we are going back and enabling the auto healing flag. And we would want to execute it again to see what happens next. Again, the same process. The Salesforce page is getting loaded. Let's see if it identifies the text field here. Yeah, it identified the first name, and the red color shows that there was something broken behind this text box, which the healing agent healed during the runtime. Yeah. Yes. So 4 fields were flaky. It got some changes, and the healing agent healed it during the runtime. Now you see. So for those who are not aware of the concept of locators, someone from non-testing background, so locators are the name value pair with which we identify every object in the page which is visible. So for example, text field was there. It will have its own name value pair which you see. So earlier you see there was a different name value pair associated with it. Now, during the course of time, it got changed, but the healing agent was able to identify it and heal it during the runtime itself. So that's how you see it here. Yeah, so healing got successful across all the 4 fields that were there. And if you go back to the object repository, so it's kind of bucket where all the object properties are kept. So you see that all the updates has been made here in the object repository as well. Yeah, so this was healing agent. Again, I want to reiterate, this is built on top of testing this, but this kind of similar concept can be built across different tool sets as well. Yeah. So Ashutosh, this was with respect to the demo that we thought we will show it to our audience here. Now, why choosing these 2 demos? Because this was widely used, so I thought that we should also show it to our audience. Now, beyond that, as I mentioned, we have other use cases as well, for implementation.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
I hope you
Shivangi.
like that use cases.
Yeah, thanks, Shivangi. And surely great to see Cygnet AI agents in action. They acting as the digital colleague and working in collaboration with Cheryl for intelligent test automation. So with this, it concludes the first part of the webinar, that is use of artificial intelligence in testing. Now coming to the second part of the webinar, that is testing of AI applications. Now we all know that every enterprise is embedding AI into their existing applications and creating what we call it as a system of intelligence. They are also coming up with new application using AI and data to drive actions and decisions, and what we call them as a system of autonomy or system of action. So how different it is from testing the traditional application than testing of system of intelligence or system of autonomy. So again, it's time to go back to the audience and find out whether they are already onboarded the journey of testing of any of their AI application and how confident they are, what are the challenges they are facing. So can we have the second poll pull up on the screen, please? So request audience to vote for the poll. This is all about whether you are onboarded your journey of testing AI-driven applications, and whether you're confident, very confident, not confident, or you haven't yet started on your journey. Yeah, so we have the results, Shivangi. So 33% have not yet onboarded on their journey of testing AI application, but 10% they more than 10% they are very confident about testing of their AI application. 38% are saying somewhat confident, and 20% they are not confident. So it is good that we take up the next question, Shivangi. How different is to test the system of intelligence or system of autonomy versus testing system of traditional application or system of records? What are the key challenges according to you the enterprise encounters, and what are the key consideration that one should take while testing AI application? So that would help audience, and the next time when we have this poll, we'll have more confidence in terms of percentages.
Absolutely, Ashutosh. A great question, and very important to understand both the perspectives here. But before I go and answer your question, I just want to highlight some trends which is happening there. Yeah. So according to a report, around 70 to 80% of AI project they fail. Yeah. And so this is not a statistics only. This is a signal that somewhere something is wrong. it can be anything, something wrong with the data, or maybe anything else also. So let's come back to data. So AI system is as good as the data on which it is trained. So if data is not it's kind of biased, it is not updated, it's not complete, then you will get that a different kind of output, which is not at all of any value to you. Another reason can be it's enraged these days, and people are in hurry to board the AI wagon. So everybody wants to do the AI, not because it is solving their business problem, but they want to do AI. Yeah, so this kind of thought or maybe the vision is leading to many fragile implementations. So that is another reason where we can say that AI projects, they are not going beyond the POC stage. So this is the trend that we are seeing. I thought I will show it here before setting the context, how to test the AI based application and how it is different. Yeah. Now, if I talk about the failure of AI applications, there are no direct linkage of testing it inadequately, or any lack of testing. Yeah, but industry experts, they have said and they have expressed their views that if those applications would have been tested properly, these kind of misshapes could have been avoided. And we have seen this kind of misshapes, couple of very, very global kind of misshapes in recent past. One I could recollect is the racial bias in UK passport photo checker. Another one was like voice ordering system of McDonald's, and another can be Amazon's recruitment system, which got failed because of any reason. But since being from a testing background, I would like to highlight here, and I would like to agree with the experts that if testing could have been done properly in these applications, these kind of misshapes can be avoided. So being a tester, what shall the testing fraternity do? Because testing the AI application, if you look back, has never been given to us. It's always the responsibility of the ML engineer or the data scientist or the business users. So are we supposed to stay reactive, or shall we rise to lead the trust revolution in AI? So if you ask me, being a tester myself, I would urge and I would request all the testers to come forward and again wear their testing hat proudly, but with a different lens. Because testing of, again, now why they should come forward is they have that tester's instinct, and that cannot be replicated by any other, like say machine learning engineer, or say or data scientist, or say any kind of business users. So they have that instinct, which is very, very important when we are talking about quality. So that instinct is required. On top of it, they have to put the lens of AI. And that's where it's very, very important to understand why testing of the AI driven application is different from the traditional application. So traditional application, if you see, these are based on the fixed logic. So there are certain inputs, certain outputs, and you have to just validate whether for a given input, this kind of output is coming and my application is good to go. So it's always predictable, you can say. In case of AI driven application, it's very dynamic, and it keeps on learning on its own. So, and for the same kind of input, the output may vary because it is completely depending upon the context that we provide. So it's you can say that it is very, very probabilistic in nature, not like you have the actual versus expected versus actual kind of result. So what can be the way forward? The way forward will be a collaborative approach where the tester should be given the responsibility, or they should be made the quality guardian, but they should be well equipped. They cannot go with the traditional approach here. They should be upskilled, they should be equipped, and they should be well accepted in the AI and data teams. so that they become the right digital testers, and they can further rise up to the guardians of the AI applications here. So that's how I see the challenges in the AI application testing, and what a tester can do, and what is his or her role in testing these applications, Ashutosh.
Yeah, thanks, Shivangi. So now that we have covered both use of AI in testing as well as testing of AI applications, it's time to close the loop in quality engineering, maybe incorporating AI in and AI out in DevOps pipeline, what we call it as an AI TestOps. So Shivangi, if you can double click on what is AI TestOps, its capabilities, and the entire value chain. And it's perfect timing as we have already received one question on LinkedIn Live in terms of AI test ops.
All right. Okay, great, great, Ashutosh. So, before we move forward, I would like to first highlight it here, and in fact, this kind of universal truth. Yeah. So, in coming days, you will not see any of the product engineering work or application development work where there is no layer of AI, or it is not wrapped around AI. So, it will be AI in testing, and you have to test the AI based application also. So AI in means you are using AI in testing, and AI out means you are validating the AI system is working as expected. Yeah. So this is kind of a closed loop, and this is a dual mandate that industry has to follow. And to adhere to that dual mandate, we have to come up with the AI test ops. So the AI test ops is nothing else but this is kind of right amount of intelligence, autonomy, and trust, which is embedded into your complete value chain. Now, this value chain is not limited only to the QA value chain, but your complete delivery value chain. There can be many practices which can be implemented. I have just picked and choose a couple of them. Our audience may have certain thoughts here, so feel free to express your views and put it in the chat window if you have any ideas around it. But for this session, I have picked and choose a couple of features which I foresee in the AI test ops kind of landscape, where we have end-to-end, autonomous validation of the complete pipeline, where AI agents are generating and executing the test case. It is happening on an autonomous basis, as well as it is also validating the model accuracy, fairness, and other risk associated with it. And this is happening in a unified continuous pipeline. Another aspect is converged tool set, which will have some AI features intact into it. So these tool sets will be capable of generating test scripts from the user stories. It will get created automatically. It will get executed and healed automatically, and this will also test the AI aspect of the application. So this is AI in testing, but also testing the AI applications. Again, unified risk and quality dashboard, which we call as a digital cockpit, which is very smart cockpit, where all your it will be a single source of truth where all your AI powered dashboards will be there at one place. It will show you all the testing related matrices, as well as any kind of testing the AI based application. Those matrices will also be available there, and it's kind of available on a self service basis. Whenever you need it, you should just try write a prompt and you get it there. Yeah, so this is another feature of AI test ops. The fourth one is very important, which I touched upon a little bit in my previous slide, where cross functional AI test op teams. So it's now with future ready engineering, we have to have a collaborative team where everybody has to give its best. Yeah. So if something is coming from QA team, it has to be accepted by the other team members also, which comprises of the data scientist or the ML engineer, etc. So it will be a great amalgamation of trust and a quality within the team. So it's a cross-functional, again, team which is required there. Continuous learning loops in another aspect, where the feedback from the production will which is kind of user behavior, which will train and retrain the application behavior, which is your AI models, as well as the way we do the testing also. So it will be a continuous learning, unlearning, and relearning kind of loop. The last one is governance and compliance. So when we are talking about AI, it's data, it's highly fragile, it's highly compliant. So in all the testing tools should automatically enforce the regulatory guardrails in order to ensure the data privacy, fairness, and audit, etc. in the overall pipeline. So these are a couple of characteristics or feature that you see, which from my side, I'm just pouring my ideas here. But of course, there can be many others as well, which will close the loop of AI in and AI out and make the future ready engineering. Yeah. Now, how to achieve it? Now, the simple formula has been the people, process, technology. You have to work on these three streams. So yeah, with respect to people, you upskill them, you enable them, you give them the right place in the team along with other AI engineers and data scientists. With respect to process, you realign your processes with the regulatory and compliance requirement, define some governance structures across the processes, and there will be a process of continuous learning and unlearning. With respect to tools, of course, there are many AI-led platforms which are available, so you should leverage them. Create your own AI agents, or maybe go for the vendors who provide you the AI agents and put it on your landscape, which will help you in bringing the efficiency, the right efficiency in the QA value chain. Of course, plugging in the right tool for the model validation also. So this is at high level what all things should be there in the AI test ops and how to achieve at that destination.
Yeah, thanks, Shivangi. So as we now have different pieces, time to join them together and complete the puzzle. My question to you is, what advice you will give to enterprise? So what strategy or what guiding principle they should implement in order to adopt the AI in quality engineering, considering they have different set of application that they want to test the traditional application, they want to test the AI application, also they have implementing AI agents.
Again, a great question, very much required for practical implementation. So here, if you ask me, I would suggest everyone to realign their own test strategy. They should not follow the race, but they should create their own test strategy, picking the right pieces. So that's where I said that these are 6 pieces which I am proposing. Our audience may have certain more number of pieces, so this depends on the context with which we are coming here. Yeah, so we have to create our own strategy, realigning to the closing the AI in AI out loop. Yeah. Here in Cygnet, what do we do? Before getting into such kind of project, we undergo a kind of workshop. Now, why this is workshop? I will go back to Andrew Ng, where he's telling that don't adopt AI just because others are doing it. First, understand where you excel and where AI will drive real value, then invest. And we are following exactly the same formula here, where we conduct mutual workshop with our customers. We try to understand their pain points with respect to the entire value chain, where they are spending most of their time. Is it kind of script design or maintenance, or maybe their defects are getting leaked because they are not able to work on their defects. Some very, very different kinds of defects are coming. It can be anything. We have to understand those pain points. And then uh, based on the pain points, we come up with certain use cases. You can see that in the previous list which I showed you, but that can be beyond that list as well. This is highly contextual and tailor-made. And if those use cases will bring in the real benefit for the for our customer, yeah, so that's kind of cost benefit analysis. I can propose any use case for my customer, but they may not bring the real value for them. Yeah, so that is again a waste of time and money. So we have to be very, very, vigilant on selecting the right use cases and implementing it. Again, the infrastructure and data readiness. Sometimes what happen, we understand the problem, we choose the use cases, but data can be a problem. So we are not in position to implement that use case. So we have to understand what kind of data are they maintaining. Is there any way with which we can extract the right amount of data, maybe from different source? They may not have everything in a single place, but can we go and identify from where all these data can be extracted? What is their current tooling strategy? And without going on and reinventing the wheel, can we leverage their current tooling standards and the tooling logistics and build something on top of it so that it is more beneficial for them? So it's kind of leveraging the existing one rather than reinventing and completely changing the entire landscape. Another thing is organizational readiness. So this is very important because we have to assess the skill gap. We also have to take care of the organizational change management. It should come from the top, where the organization is enabling the closed loop quality, where they are suggesting the implementation of AI in the testing space, and they are also giving the right place in the you can say the table for the QAs also in terms of AI implementation. So these all things come together and be part of the complete AI test adoption roadmap. Yeah. So this is again, this is a collaborative activity where we sit with our customer, we co-ideate and co-invent these kind of scenarios and co-create it. Now, again, for this audience who are present here, this is an exclusive workshop that we are offering free of cost to all the audience present here, where we will sit with you, we will understand your landscape, and we can create a testing roadmap where you can implement different use cases of AI holistically, not in bits and pieces, for your testing landscape. Yeah, so this is an exclusive workshop for all of you. Feel free to scan the QR code and block our calendars. This is a limited seat kind of workshop which will be catered first come first basis. Feel free to scan the QR code. If you miss the QR code, you can write an email to us. It's hello@Cygnet.One. You can write, you can share your thoughts, your queries, your request for the workshop, and we will be happy to take care of the same. All right. Okay, so considering you have scanned the QR code, if you are interested in taking up this workshop, and you have noted down the email ID, which is hello@Cygnet.One. Now floor is open for question answer. If you have any question which I can take care of, please feel free to type it in the chat box. I will try to answer that with my best capacity.
So Shivangi, there are already few questions which has already come into the chat box. So I'll be taking, not possible to take all the question, but I'll be taking it in the sequence in which they have posted. So perhaps the first question is, can AI be integrated into our existing test automation setup, or do we need to start from scratch?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I mentioned earlier, that this kind of uh, approach can be taken on your existing landscape with your existing tool setup. So for example, say you have maybe Playwright or some other tool, and you want to build a design agent on top of it. That can be done. We can help you there. After understanding what is the actual expectation, we can definitely do that. Maybe you may have a requirement where you want to take the test cases directly from your test management tool, and you want to convert it into your tool specific automated script to get the complete autonomy. Of course, these all things are possible.
All right. Next question is on the similar line. Can test design agents be aligned with our existing test management tools, e.g., Jira or TestRail?
Yes, absolutely. So if I remember it correctly, we have done this kind of work where we extracted the test cases from TestLink, which was in a kind of Excel format, a plain English typical test case format, and we converted it into a kind of code-based, Selenium-based uh, uh, automated script. So this is one example I am quoting it here, but absolutely possible with extracting it with any kind of test management tool, be it Jira or say Quality Center or maybe TestLink. Any test management tool can be integrated with the AI agents and can be part of the overall test case creation as well as report generation uh, value activities.
All right. Next is an interesting question. How much manual effort is saved on an average with the design agents?
Oh, that's a great question and very, very valid. So again, you saw that it happened here very quickly, maybe in couple of I don't know if it was a minute or something, but that was a very simple scenario, and this can be answered or assessed based on the complexity of the page and the DOM also. Yeah, so if you have a very complex DOM, it will take time to extract the locators, put it in the right structure, and create the automation script. But you can easily see a great difference, maybe around say 70 to 80% productivity improvement as compared to any kind of automation tool here.
Yeah. Perhaps next is, are these agents customizable to support different frameworks or languages? Again, the question on the similar line, but you can take that.
Yes, absolutely. So the what I showed you, that was built on top of TestingVis, which is our own proprietary tool. But we have done similar kind of implementation for one of our customer. They were using the Selenium based framework. We did it on top of it, and we can do it for other, say Cypress or Playwright also. We, if at all for any industry tool, we get the APIs exposed to us. We can try that, but we have not tried it. But we are open to do it for any kind of open source technologies here.
Next is, do you offer a full-fledged testing services with AI post the workshop? You talked about the complementary workshop. So post that,
Mhm.
does Cygnet offer a full-fledged testing services is the question.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So Cygnet, we have a dedicated quality engineering unit which takes care of the testing engagements. We have 250 plus QAs who are like they are experts in multiple testing capabilities as well as they have the AI ML capabilities also. Yeah, so we are kind of a complete ecosystem where we have been delivering the testing engagements and solving the business problems through testing use cases. So yes, we provide full end-to-end testing services, which will start with the workshop where we will understand your problem statement, suggest you our recommendations there, and we will also create a roadmap. How are you gonna achieve this entire what do you call recommendations? Yeah, and we will also come up with our capability to help you implement it.
Sure. Thanks, Shivangi. So the next question is, if in a situation which involves only manual testing, there's no
Mhm.
automation testing, since automation is not feasible for some reason, how can we utilize AI in here?
Oh, absolutely. That's a great question. Again, because there are a couple of areas which are quite prone to fragility, and we don't apply automation there. Yeah. So that is again, I am coming to that kind of scenario where we prefer to do the manual testing rather than going to the automation testing. So in this case, also you can very well leverage AI. It can be with respect to generating your manual test cases. It can be generating your digital dashboards, which will be kind of a self-service support kind of thing where you are hosting all your project data at a single place, and it's a single source of truth, and on need basis, wherever you need it, you are just writing the right prompt and you are getting the answers there. This is one of the use case. There can be other use case also with respect to prioritizing the test cases which you should pick for your upcoming release, which will give you the maximum test coverage and benefit. So there are multiple use cases which can be implemented in the case if you are not using automation but using the manual testing.
Yeah, in fact, a couple of use cases that I can think of is AI can be used for root cause analysis. AI can be used
Absolutely,
for
yes.
defect prediction and prevention. So not necessary we need to have an automation in place in order to implement AI. AI can be used along with the manual testing as well. So perhaps another couple of questions we can take. While creating test script from the manual test cases, the English syntax needs to follow any format or any random English language will work.
Yeah, so this, as I mentioned, this depends on the context. So if you have given the context properly, you don't need to write the way it was written there. I'm pretty sure you are coming from that video which I showed you. So you don't have to line by line write like input first name, input last name, something of that sort. No, you don't need to go ahead with that. The way you do any query, can you create a test script where I want to register in so and so application? My first name is so and so, my last name is so and so, and I'll be clicking on the register button. Any kind of English. If the grammar is also broken, doesn't matter. You can write it in any shape and form.
Yeah, Shivangi, we talked about the complementary workshop. So
Mhm.
there's a question around that. Is it a one-on-one workshop with an enterprise or it's a group workshop again?
So when you say group workshop, how it is different from enterprise?
No, I think what the question is, perhaps we will have the workshop with one-on-one with that enterprise rather than it's not a another webinar. It's a workshop. We based on our mutual discussion, we agree on a time half a day along with you, and we our test architects and AI architects virtually or physically, whichever is way is possible. We visit you and we conduct this workshop exclusively for your enterprise and we discuss your business problems only. I hope that answers
Yes,
the question.
absolutely. I got that. I got that context now. Yes, absolutely. You are right, Ashutosh. We can. It will not be a webinar. This will be a one-to-one workshop, and where you will come along with the right stakeholders from your side and from Cygnet. Also, there will be a mixed bag of people, different kinds of expertise. Everybody will come on the table together, and they will discuss your problems and come up with the solution. So, depending upon the magnitude of the problem, this workshop can be of 1 hour or say half a day or maybe one day. Again, this is open for discussion depending upon the problem statement.
Perhaps I can take one last question before we conclude this webinar. Do these design agents can create test data? Is the question.
Yes, absolutely. Design agents can be leveraged to create the test data. Yeah. So this currently the design agent that you saw, it does not have that capability, but yes, that can be built on top of the given design agent to create the test data as well.
All right. There are other questions, perhaps those who have asked the question along with their names, probably we can get back to you. We have your email ID. We'll get back to you along with the answers. Because of shortage of time, we could not take all of your question. So, Shivangi, if you can conclude this webinar for the audience, that would be good.
Sure, absolutely. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I would love to hear feedbacks from all of you. Do post us the queries that you have regarding the webinar. You can come in a call. We can talk and we can understand your perspective also. Yeah. So feel free to write us. You feel free to scan this QR. The email ID is given here, which is hello@Cygnet.One. Again, we are also exhibiting in Eurostar, which is in Edinburgh. So whoever is nearby, maybe in London or Edinburgh during 3rd to 6th of June, please do visit us. We are exhibiting in booth number 10 in the Edinburgh International Conference Center. So I, along with my other colleagues, Mark and Digesh, we will be there to warmly welcome you and host you in our booth.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Shivangi, and thanks everybody for joining the webinar from whichever part of the globe you have joined. Thanks once again, and we declare that we conclude this webinar for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.